Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kitty Cat Paws and I played Outlast. For the first time, mind you. It was great. I loved it. So interesting. I feel like the game really does keep you interested the whole time that you are playing it. It just leaves you wanting more and more as you continue throughout the game. However, I will say, I'm gonna add a little warning here. If you're sensitive to like blood and gore, don't Don't watch it. Click off. Look, I'm going to give you a long opportunity to click off right now. Okay, now that all the weenies are gone. This game was great. It was fascinating. Loved it. Can't stress how much I absolutely loved this game. It is a little bit on the gory side, but I mean, I'm not necessarily scared or freaked out by gore. I typically enjoy stuff like that, especially in a video game that can portray it well. However, I don't like gore just for the sake of having it there. With all that said, let's go ahead and hop straight into the video and discuss a little bit about what this game is. I'm going to give you my little insight on it, and hopefully you guys like it, you know? Also, before we start, I just want to know, how are you doing today? How is your day going? Leave me a comment and let me know how your day is going and how you're doing. Just want to check on you guys, make sure that everybody's okay. And once again, I hope you enjoy this video. So I was gonna go to bed, and then I found this gym, so I figured I'd check it out before I head to bed. Somebody's been recommending it for a while, so let's see what it's all about. So, facts. This game has actually been recommended to me by multiple friends. I bet it's muy bueno. They thought that I would like it and that it'd be something that I would find extremely interesting and have fun playing. I have never played the Outlast series at all. And I am definitely trying to explore more horror games because I absolutely love the horror genre. Does this game have subtitles? Show subtitles, cause your bitch can't hear. A bitch cannot hear. Okay. Indeed, a bitch cannot hear. A bitch must have these subtitles on. Cause, subtitles are goated. You gotta love them. At this point, I am already extremely fascinated, very much in love with the game. Very much wanting to know what's going on. Let me get the ambiance right. And wanting to explore more as we pull up to here, and I start to see what's all going on in this facility. This game has definitely left me wanting to explore, touch, and find everything. However, it is not one of those games where you can just go touch everything. September 17th, 2003. I'm not reading all those fucking numbers. We know it's an email. I'm good. How are you? Subject, tip, illegal activity. You don't know me. I have to make this quick. They might be monitoring. I did 2 weeks of software consulting at this Okay, so he's been here, and I guess he's worried about the people here, and it needs to be exposed. Glad to hear. We gonna take our fancy dancy Canberra with us. After playing Outlast and then getting the opportunity to play the DLC immediately afterwards, that little tidbit at the beginning makes so much sense. You know, it's just like a little tip off. You're trying to scare me. I played Crime Scene Cleaner. And I just finished Amnesia. Amnesia. Amnesia? Amnesia. Amnesia. Shortly after I finished rubbing what two little brain cells I had together, I ended up going and exploring more and divulging more into the game and actually getting the opportunity to play the game now. I feel like right here, this is where the game really starts. This is where you learn how to solve the mystery of what's going on in here. Maybe you can even call it a mystery. I mean, I feel like once you get in here, you automatically know what's going down, right? With the experimentation and the little creepy little Ken doll people that are just running around. In the DLC, they also have a person that turns people into Ken dolls. And this one they do too. You'll see him running around here at some point. We'll definitely get to meet him and interact with him and have a great time with him, if you could call it a great time. The hiding in this game can get kind of frustrating because I feel like sometimes I got away from them and I should have been able to keep my, how do I explain it? My butthole safe. There we go. Should have been able to keep my butthole safe by going in there before they got in there and hiding, because how are they supposed to know? But I guess AI in this game isn't as dumb as it is in some games, and they can actually find you relatively fast if you're not quick enough to hide or to run, because they punch you or hit you or smack you with something. I don't know. All I know is that this particular part really got me. It was probably one of the more hard parts of the game, and it took me a long time to get past this part of it. Not gonna lie though, I did kind of have like my little guide in my Twitch chat, and he was like, "Don't worry about it. After you get past this, you know, the rest of the game's pretty easy." And I was like, "Yeah, I could see how that is, because this guy just circles around and around and around." And little did I know, they can actually jump over stuff and then eat your ass while you're trying to hide. So that was fun. See? Look at him jumping over. I didn't know what to do. I got scared. There's not much you can do whenever you're being chased by a psychopath with is that a baseball bat? Or a pipe? Something. He's got something. And there's not much you can do about it. I actually opted to play this game on mouse and keyboard as well, even though I'm not necessarily a big fan of it. But I did have a lot of issues with my controller and trying to get it to actually work properly while playing the game. So I ended up giving up on my no mouse and keyboard rule because the controller aspect of this game is absolutely terrible, and I think that it needs to be played on mouse and keyboard to get the best experience and to get the movement right. And another thing too, it's like The game pretty much tells you everything that you need to do. It just doesn't tell you exactly where everything's at. So obviously you have to look through everything and actually find stuff, which I think is great. It's like a puzzle mechanic. I've always enjoyed puzzles. I've always enjoyed games that make you use your brain and make you figure out how to do stuff on your own. I don't necessarily like the idea of being told where everything is every single time, so I definitely enjoyed that about the game a lot. I also really enjoyed the hiding mechanics for the most part, because you can hide under beds, you can squat down like I'm doing here, and actually hide there as long as you're not being seen, you should be fine. And if you press the space bar like really, 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 really fast, they can't hit you. It's like an exploitation thing that a lot of people apparently used. I tried it a couple times, wasn't really fond of it, simply because I felt like it you can't really move while you're doing that unless you're in the middle of the floor. So it just didn't work out for me whenever I tried to do it. Maybe I wasn't doing it right. Maybe I'm not good enough. Who knows? But it did take me a while to actually get away from this guy and to finish playing up the game and getting everything in order to move on to the next area in this game. It was fun though, getting to do this. It was very frustrating. I think I battled this gentleman for at least an hour. An hour's a long time to fight with an insane person. I don't know, but yeah, there's just a little bit of frustration here and there. I don't think that all the parts of this game are that frustrating, but this one in particular really was. This guy, ye old Father Martin, you get really well acquainted with this guy. Okay, this guy is something else, man. He's not evil, but he's not good. He's just fucking crazy. I mean, everybody in here is, but he's like the leader of the pack. From what I understand, he is the leader of the crazies who are not super crazy, if that even makes sense. Like, he's the one that everybody leans on, apparently. But your girl here doesn't like Father Martin. He's a little too out there for me. He does too much. I mean, this was probably his room, right here. Now that I think about it, this is probably where he was, where he lived.
Who's this?
Hi, I'm new here.
Father Martin's man.
Maybe.
He looks nervous.
I would like to kill him.
As would I.
The preacher asked us not to.
I'm new here.
Be impolite.
Not here.
Yes.
We give him a running start.
There's an idea.
Oh.
And when we kill him slow.
No.
Such patience.
I want his tongue. And liver.
They are yours.
Okay.
Who's down there? You're not one of them, are you? Quick, get into the waiter if you want to live.
And where? Oh God.
Damn it!
You made the right choice here, buddy.
Well, thank you.
You're that bullshit priest's guy, aren't you?
It took me a hot minute to figure that out.
As witness or whatever, you must be exhausted. No, let's take a break, huh, buddy? The old 2-martini lunch? Have a little confab, blah, blah.
I think.
Earlier
Oh.
than you look. A little cardio in pace.
Oh, thank you for
Okay,
the
here we go,
follow.
arms and legs inside the car at all times.
Oh, I don't like.
What are we doing? Where are we going? Oh. Oh, fuck me.
You know, I love the mountain air up here at night. You want to head out and take a stroll? Go ahead, I'll wait here. Go on, run free. I'm in no hurry. No? All right. Nose to the grindstone, I like that. Okay, then. Right this way.
I feel like it's a trap anyways. You beat... Oh, okay. This is like my first time playing it. It's been recommended to me a lot, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Are you gonna put me in that dirty ass bed?
Putting that tongue any use anyway. Truth be told, I was just tired of looking downstairs. Here we are then.
Is this my room?
Thanks so much for coming by. We'll begin your consultation in a moment. We'll just wash up and, oh, movies. And it'll give us a chance to talk.
He's got a donk on him.
You know, I'm a bit worried how much time you've been spending with Father Martin. I know. I hope you haven't been letting him confuse you with all this holier-than-thou Bible thumping. No offense to the man, but I sometimes worry he might just be a little bit crazy.
You don't say.
It's understandable. When people get scared, they just like to turn to God as everything else. And God died with the gold standard. We're on to a more concrete faith now. You have to rob Paul to pay Peter. There's no other way. Murder is the simplest form, but what happens when all money is gone? Well, money becomes a matter of faith. And that's what I mean.
Not the one out of the urinal.
It makes you believe.
Oh!
You paying attention?
Yes!
Don't pass out on me. There's still a lot for you to absorb. Better now, right? Give us an OE cheek here.
Can you reattach them?
This thing is gonna sell itself.
Oh, it's only 2 fingers. Oh, oh, God, dear God. Oh, I can deal with a lot, but vomit is not it. Ugh.
So this wonderful, lovely character is the one who turns everybody else into Ken dolls. I really think that's like his new job here, you know? I mean, look at this guy. I think he did a fabulous job on turning him into a Ken doll. They all pretty much look like that. I really think that some of these people that are in here just do stuff like that to pass the time at this point. You know, it's not like there's much else to do but torture and eat each other and I guess hump each other if you're into that. Which actually I was going to include a scene, but I thought it would be a little bit too much for YouTube. If you want to see something like that, maybe look up a different review. I'm personally not going to put that in my video of these guys like touching tips or whatever. But you know, I wouldn't say tips. The other guy was getting fucked in the ass. Personally, not something that I want to add into my video. I think it's vulgar enough, especially with the little bit that I just showed, you know. However, I do think it is extremely fascinating how this guy almost sounds normal compared to the rest of everybody else. There are a lot of people in here who just don't have their minds anymore, and I think it's super cool to have some sense of normalcy, if you can even call it that, placed into a game to give you a false sense of security. I thought that they did an amazing job on that. I thought it was great. This boss isn't as bad as the guy that I fought down in the valve area where you had to turn on the valves or whatever. Yeah, that part, fuck that guy. This guy was relatively easy to run away from. I think it took me about 30, 45 minutes to do a full circle, figure out what I'm going to do, and to actually calculatively make a decision on how to run through this without getting my ass ate. Because ain't nobody want to get their ass ate. Not whenever you're playing a game like this. You want to survive. You want to make it. You want to do your best. Just like we all do. Our best whenever we play a game. I did have a lot of fun going through this area, though. There's so much more than just this guy in this area, you know? Like, obviously, that's the big shocker, but, like, you know, running through stuff, having to move the steel containers in front of doors to block people from getting you. Like, I just find that extremely fascinating, how many different little intricate things that they provided in this game. For a horror game where you can't fight back, it's absolutely wonderful, you know? Except for the ending.
Barely. I barely work.
I did not enjoy the ending. You spend half of it, literally, you can't walk very well.
I don't think this is the
Because
right
you
way.
got your
I can't
ass
tell.
beat by a ghost. And, you know, now you're just kind of limping.
So we're gonna go this way.
You can't walk very fast. There's not much else you can do.
You're
The
gonna.
only objective
We're gonna
is to
crawl
get out.
our way out.
Slowly. That's the way they want you to get out, slowly.
Oh, I knew it.
Almost dying multiple times.
Do we make it?
I
We have to.
did. I had so much faith.
We've done
I
all
did
this
have
work.
so much faith that we were gonna make it, that we were gonna be good to go, and that we were just gonna fucking be alright. Spoiler alert, we were not alright. We were not. That was the only part of the game that frustrated me, because I thought that we were gonna get to make it. You know, we did all this hard work, we investigated, we did what we were supposed to do in order to get everything out to the public and stuff like that, you know? And this is how I get repaid? You know, I feel like I struggled the whole time I was in there. I struggled for what? For what?
Come on, buddy.
For this?
No!
For this?
Oh.
But, you know, that ghost absolutely came back and ate their ass, so I guess, you know, it was kind of worth it.
What is that
That was a phenomenal game. I loved it.